Well, good morning, everyone. We're pouring some concrete at my new place. Let me show you around. Boy, I hate it when you get a little drip. Anyway, now I know what's going on with the removal of the plants. Okay. So they come all the way down. And they're pouring the soup. And soup I do mean. No reinforcing steel, no mesh, no 6/6-10-10 wire mesh, welded wire mesh, that kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, but that's going to help for people that have two vehicles. They can, it's less work for Granny. You can see way off in the distance with the white hat. And people can, ride their motorbike out and around, right? Which I do a lot. I'll go through the neighbor's side. I'll come to mine and park and that kind of thing. That elbow joint still needs to be repaired. And this leak here, I was looking at it last night. It's not running right now, obviously. My hand down here so I can look at that. But actually, I think it's coming. I thought it was coming from this elbow, but it might be coming from up. But I'll take a closer look at it after I get back from the big city. Headed up to Chiang Rai to get some goods. I want to hit the AAS store. Ask them some questions about a few things, and anyway, look at a couple of knickknacks and maybe get some lunch up there. Guys keep posting videos of Sizzler and Fuji, and god dang it, I'm just going through frickin' withdrawals, so I need to go. Switching back to the garden area, since I think I know that there's a lot of people that watch my vids that love flowers and trees and things like that. I'm reaching around a pole here so I don't block my view. That's why the jerkiness of it. But I love flowers. Strolling. Oh, look at this little 4 of them together. Couple of screenshots there. Moving forward, I wanted to get a better picture of these while they're actually in full bloom. A little bit of wind, but I think we'll be fine. We'll take extras, okay? We'll get a double whammy there. Now that one didn't work. That one actually looks blurry. I come in and out. Apologize for that. Yeah, I was having trouble focusing. Me having trouble focusing. Anyway, so I'll hit Central, take care of some stuff there, go into the bushes, and hit Macro on the way back for a few goods, couple items. Now, as for the cat mystery, everything in life has to be taken in perspective, right? We've talked about it a lot in the chat and on Dave's channel. Oh man, your injury is worse than mine, and no. From a medical standpoint, I'm not a professional, but from a medical standpoint, yes. Okay, they would say it's worse. But if you're laid up, you're laid up. Doesn't matter if you broke your toe or you broke your arm. You're still laid up. You're still in pain, right? So it's not a race, okay? Like my fish, I got a bigger fish than you, right? So when someone says, oh man, your eye injury is worse than mine, I'm like, it's all relative. It's like I just said, you're laid up. I'm laid up. Was in pain. You're in pain. Hey, I get it. You get the picture, right? So take everything in relative, which brings me back to the cat. Nice shave, huh? The cat mystery. From my perspective, boom, they were gone, like right now. Gone. 6, possibly 8. I never really counted them, but there was 3 that definitely always came a running when I came home. 4 of them, but 3 always. They'd call me, and I'd go, Mama, and then I'd go point out the food or the water or whatever, or bring it out, and they'd come get it. That sun's bright, so I'm going to keep it out of your face there. Man, that feels good. Hang on. Ah, jeez Louise. I'll go back over here so it's a little more peaceful. Look at that blue sky behind me, huh? Anyway, as perspective, I was traveling I'm swinging the boom intentionally, right? Gradually, no gimbal. I really love those plants behind me, the trees. Anyway, I'm not going to count them. You guys can do the math if you want, but I was gone for 3 weeks traveling. Came back for 2 and did normal stuff, PT 3 times a week at my new guy. Went traveling again for 2 weeks. Came back for a week and a half. And you're in that mode of, okay, get everything put back together and go to physical therapy, and you do your daily stuff. You see the cats, right? Oh, especially me, the regular ones, right? Meow, meow. Okay, I pet the cats. I see cat prints on my truck. I don't. I used to pitch a hissy fit back in the day of that kind of stuff. But now if you go out and scare them and they run, they burn out like in a cartoon picture. Some, you're gonna get scratches, right? Most of them you can take care of real easy, or have taken care of here. At any rate, I would see cats. And then I went to Vietnam for 10 days. And then came back from Vietnam and immediately had surgery on the 1st of May. So count May to June, 4 weeks. I was literally face down. I did not leave my house until my first follow-up appointment on 1 June. And that was a hell of a drive, or excuse me, a hell of a ride. One, I'm a shitty passenger. I'm not going to name them because I don't want to offend anybody by not mentioning them. But there's 2 men here in Thailand that I can sleep when they're driving. Okay? I'm in good hands. Okay? You know them. You know both of them. And I've been in their vehicles extensively on road trips. If you want to even go into the guessing game even more, once it was before I owned something with 4 wheels here. So that far back. I'll give you a hint. The man with the golden voice. I could sleep when he's driving. I kid you not. And Chuck, shit, I can't keep a general secret like that. So anyway. But if anyone's offended, it's just me, man. DNA. But as for the relativity part, I see the cats when I come back, what I call my cats, right? The ones that are always coming to me to say hello. I'm moving back because the mud truck's moving. They've spilt their Campbell's soup out there and you can't even eat it. Well, you can if you want to end up in the ICU. Intensive care unit for those from America. Anyway, so I was out for many weeks. I was gone. All the while, an occasional cat would go missing. Now, the landlord thinks that it was a neighbor directly across from me that literally yelled at Granny, scared the shit out of her. Okay. So, whoa. Landlord, her daughter, that's a no-go. And this is like a week before the end of the month. And they're paid already, right? So they're gone. They're gone. They go, And then Dave, her husband, says, they're getting 86th. Okay? Don't let the door hit you in the ass, kind of thing. So they're kind of speculating that. But I much as I want to fall into that trap of blame, of abusing an animal or hurting an animal, people tend to, oh yeah, propagate the myth, right? The lie, the outright lie of someone abusing an animal. When that person that they're saying those lies about is actually incoming jokes, I know it, in the chat, but is an animal lover, okay? I've had, I don't like to say owned, I've had family members that were caninus barcus, okay? Dogs. I've outlived a number of them, unfortunately. And felinus something or althus, okay? I've had cats. One of them was more of a dog than a cat, unreal. But anyway, that's for another day. So back to the perspective. To me, it looked like they were gone overnight. But this happened over an 8 or 10 week period. Not like snap of the fingers. Again, perspective. Put that word in your head and use it all day today. Wherever you are, take it in perspective. If there's someone having a hissy fit at the grocery store and being a real ass, think what you want, but take a step back and go, gee, maybe that guy's wife just died. Maybe his kid is in critical care and may not make it. Or maybe he found out, or she found out she has cancer, right? Perspective. So I think actually, and I'm going to rotate the camera. I'm going to swing down the hedge here. On the other side of the spirit house, I'm going to put my finger down here, right there. This wall hits this wall on the other side of the hedge and goes down the road. For the longest time, there was this male feral cat that would just be causing a ruckus. I mean, I came out in the middle of the night and there was just one big ball of fur going all over the place. Two cats were going at it. They were kicking the shit out of each other. And all I had to do was like bark at them in a human way. Hey! Hey! And they're like, nah! They're still looking at each other all arched back. Typical classic comedic scene. Wah! Fuck you. No, fuck me, fuck you. Don't say fuck me, fuck you, Posturing, right? You see it at the bars, Hey man, I pick you for fuck you. Oh, fuck you, man. Apologize for the language. I haven't had my second cup yet. At any rate, I think that the cat, the feral cat that was always starting shit, finally won. The other one said, screw this town. I'm out of here. I'm bailing. I'm going to Udon Thani, right? Or I'm going to the neighbor over there because they feed me too. And hey, your food was good, but right now theirs is better. So you could look at it like that. Now, I lost my train of thought seriously on this one. I'm looking down at the truck, making sure they're not. So they've moved the truck down 2 more driveways, 2 more units, and they're finishing the pour because they tore out all that beautiful garden. And I understand that. Okay, you got to look at it from. Okay, for me, it's like, oh man, because those flowers, the bushes were, meter high, and then the flowers, when they came up, they were another half a meter tall, and then they just spread out, and they're beautiful colors, brilliant colors. And of course, I took it for granted, and I never took any pictures. And then I'm finally out and about, finally able to walk, even facing down at that point. Holy shit, what happened to the plants? You know, perspective. Granny's getting old, okay? And it's a lot of complex. It was her hobby, but she is getting old, and she had or has a medical issue. All right, and it's nothing to hire somebody to do this, to do the work, but she enjoyed that. That's what kept her young. So, yeah. So the cats, people, it's all perspective, man. Oh my God, the cats, that bad man, the crazy man, first of all, most of you guys know that I've mentioned it a couple hundred times, if not one, that I had a have a heart trap. I had two of them, a large, or was it an extra large, and a large, I forget, but they're a humane trap, right? They have two doors, so it's like a tunnel, right? Or you can have one closed and have it like it's just one-ended. So you put your tuna fish in there, and then you catch your possum, or you catch your own cat on accident. And like, how stupid. And then it's like, come on, man, how stupid can you be, right? And the occasional squirrel, right? But possums and raccoons were an issue. So I went down to Tractor Supply, where I'm from, it's Tractor Supply, and picked up a Have a Heart. And I liked it so much I wanted a bigger one. So I did. I got a bigger one. And I caught raccoons, families of raccoons, and juvenile possums, adult possums. Now they're once they're out of the pouch, they're on their own. They'll follow mom around about a month, and then they're gone. Or I don't know how dogs, they say, are 7 to 1 how they age. I have no idea what a possum ages at. Or a black bear, for instance. Just one day, Mama Bear is going to wake up and say, "It's time to go," and she chases them off. I mean, like it's like she's going to eat them. It scares the shit out of them. They go running and they keep looking back. What got Mom so pissed off? You know what I mean? I didn't pee in the den. Did you pee in the den? No. Pop, what's up? Okay. So if I caught a possum, there was a green belt, something management area, something or other. It was by a school, but they had bird boxes out there and waterfowl and dry land and all that stuff. And I would just take that possum, drive over there with my welding gloves on, okay, and open my trap. And man, they stink. They freaking stink. I've had possum before, but I've never dressed one. Again, incoming jokes in the chat. I don't care. I've never, prepared one for the grill or the pot or the stick, But I would not myself. I just like, ooh, man, they reek. Now back to the people, the perception of something happening to an animal and then blaming somebody because they may not like that person, whatever. Soy dogs, I'm not going to say they're stupid. They're survivors, okay? So they'll sit out in the middle of the frickin' road. They'll lay in the road when cars are coming and just go, they'll go around me, right? And then there's the ones that chase you, especially on your motorbike. And if you were to do the math and look at a specific dog and see a gaping wound on its back. That to me looks like, now I'm pulling this right out of my ass, but to me that looks like about the height of an axle of the front axle of a motorbike. So this dog that had the habit of chasing cars and bikes and people got tagged by a bike. And I'm really holding back. Oh man, really holding back. This individual got it in his head that another individual did it, intentionally harmed this animal. Oh, by the way, this individual that believes this crap has or had multiple CCTV cameras around the property. And I'm going to pose a question. Now, we're way off on a tangent here. We went from cement to creep, okay? Picture me, those of you that have met me or seen me on video. I'm not Twiggy, okay? I'm a big guy, and I'm a Farang, okay? I'm Caucasian. So if I come traipsing down into a village or a small soy and go to some place to harm an animal, don't you think someone's going to be suspicious? Especially the person that's being blamed for this is not an idiot and wouldn't drive there, right? So their vehicle from numerous locations along the way, because when the police investigate this, they look at everything from bank cameras to business cameras and all this shit. You know what I mean? Their footage, it's all been recorded over by now, but their footage probably showed a dog getting clipped by a bike. And it wasn't a Yamaha Aerox, because Hondas are more prevalent here. So, you got to be a complete imbecile. Or in the middle of the night, let's say that. Walking down all stealthy down the street. There's like 20 little shops and markets and houses. And what do people do in the evening in Thailand? They'll sit outside where it's cool, have a beverage or two, sometimes three, and they're gonna go, hey, who's that? Dude, it's like Peyton fucking Place in Thailand. Everybody knows your shit. When I go to Pattaya, I'm at the airport, and people in Pattaya know I'm coming. It's that small of a world. I met a really nice gentleman on my return flight. I had a layover for like 2 hours in Taiwan, and a guy I'd never met before says, Mr. Mitch, hey, shit, we spent the next 2 hours before the flight, and then after the flight, we met up at baggage claim, and I had to go to the postal service because I had so much shit to fly from Bangkok to Chiang Rai for a domestic flight. You're 20, unless you want to pay more money, 20 kilos under the bus and 7 in. Okay, I'm talking airplane, not bus, but you get the idea. So we spent time with him. It was great. And now we're like online. Hey, how you doing? How you been? Yeah, great seeing you. So we've actually met. But anybody that believes this garbage spewing out of this person's mouth, okay, I'm being really diplomatic here. But if you believe that shit, you are fucking stupid. Okay? So, that's what I got to say. I'm headed to Chiang Rai, take care of some shit. I got things to do, people to see. I'm probably having Japanese for lunch. That salmon looked so good at Macro the other day. I was salivating. That Norwegian salmon, holy shit! Their trout is excellent, by the way. The Norwegian trout and the salmon, unbelievable. God dang it, man. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day or good evening wherever you are in the world today. Take care. Bye.